This screencast is regarding copying lists between sites. One of the most powerful features in SharePoint is the concept of lists. SharePoint comes with a bunch of predefined list templates such as contacts, announcements, issues, calendar, and many others, which can all be used to instantiate new lists. If you can't find an existing list template to match your need, you can create your own by using a custom list functionality. Have you ever had the need to move a list from one site to another? How about backing up a list with its content intact? I'm sure if you have not had to do that yet, you will one day. In this screencast, I will show you how to take an existing list and save it as a template with its content. Doing that will provide you with a backup of the list and its content. In addition, this list can now be recreated at any location within the same site collection. So let's get started. Let me go ahead and jump into a demo now. I'm going to use this site collection that I've already created earlier. This one is titled AdventureWorks. This site collection was created using the collaboration template. I'm going to go to first the sales site, which has already been created. This sales site was created using the team site template. Currently, nothing has been done to this site except a list has been created called customers, as you can see where my cursor is pointing. If I click on the customers list, there's a bunch of customer related data. What I want to do is I want to take this list, the customers list, and move it to a different site. So currently it's located in the sales site. I want to move this list to the IT site, which is located right here. As you can see, the customers list does not exist in the IT site yet. So I'm going to go back to my sales site, go to the customers list. All I need to do to save this list as a list template is go to settings, list settings, and then right here it says save list as template. Let me go ahead and click on that. I'm going to name it customers. I don't have to name it the same name as the list. I can name it anything that I wanted to, but I'll just, for simplicity's sake, I'll name it customers. Now, one thing that I've done here is I clicked on the include content checkbox, and if you look closely over here, it says that if you wanted to save the structure of a list and the content of the list, then you have to click on this checkbox. If you don't want to save the content of the list, meaning all the different records that I showed you in the customers list, if you just wanted to save the structure, the metadata, the columns from the list, then you don't need to click on this. But I do need that, so I'm going to go ahead and click on it, click on OK. Alright, it has saved my customers list as a template, and it tells me that it has stored it in the list template gallery. Now what usually happens is people see, if you had gone ahead and made this list template, the chances are pretty high that you would click on the OK button without even looking at this declaration that you can go to the list template gallery directly from here. When you click on the OK button, it takes you back to the customize customers list. This is the list settings for customers list, and at this point in time you have no it's hard to tell exactly how to get back to the list template gallery. So I'm going to take you a different route. Click on Site Actions, Site Settings. Now the list template gallery is specific to the site collection, meaning we have to be in the site collection administration, the site collection site settings, in order to get to the list template gallery. So I have to click on the Go to Top Level Site Settings link. Now that takes me to the top level site, which is the AdventureWorks portal site. In that site, I'm going to see the list templates gallery. When I click on the list templates gallery, I see my customers list is right here. Now I took you this route and I wanted to show you the customers list template as being saved here, just because I wanted you to see where the location of this list template gallery is. I did not have to do any of these things after saving the list template from the sales site in order to make this list in the IT site. Here's what I mean. Once I had saved the list template by once again going to customers, going to settings, list settings, and clicking on the save list as template and saving my list template here, all I had to do after saving this list template is go to my IT site where I want this list template to be used, click on Site Actions, click on Create, and at this point in time already I have my customers list that I had saved as a template appears in my custom lists section. So the customers list is there by default just because I've saved it to the list template gallery. When I click on it, it gives me an option to name it whatever I want to name it. I'll name it customers and I'll click on create, and there we go. This customers list now populated with all the data that I had earlier in the sales site now exists in the IT site. And you can tell by looking at this breadcrumb link right here. It says that IT is a site which has this customers list. If I want to show this customers list on the main page of the IT site, all I have to do is add a web part that's going to point to that list. Here it is, customers. And that's it. My customers list is now showing up in my IT site and is showing up on the main page of the IT site. Having done that, I've accomplished two separate things. Once, when I saved the customers list as a list template, I have backed up all my data. So all of my data exists in the list template gallery. In addition to that, I've made it available to the whole site collection. So if I were to now go to a different site, for example, Sites HR site, which is in the same site collection, even here I could go to Site Actions, Create, and my customers list template will appear here. And all I have to do to instantiate a new list using this list template is to click on it, name it whatever I want to name it, and that'll be it. This presentation was focused on how to make list templates using existing lists and copying them to different sites. If you're interested in seeing how to create custom lists or use existing list templates to make new lists, please visit SharePointScreencast.com for those screencasts and many more.